Hi, my name is Adam. I'm 23 years old, just started to work, but I still love playing video games. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you should know about esports betting to make some nice extra cash while having fun. Before I start, I want to tell you a few words about how I came across esports betting, because you're probably in the same situation like I was a year ago. I personally like MOBAs the best, but if you're a Counter-Strike or StarCraft fan, well, nobody can be perfect. Just kidding, these are awesome games too. I consider myself a casual player who is better than the average, like everybody else. I watch a lot of matches on Twitch and videos on YouTube, so I can constantly learn, improve and become a better player, also chill while having dinner. To be honest, I sometimes enjoy watching these matches and replays much more than playing the game itself, because while I'm watching, nobody wants me to get cancer, calls me a fucking noob, wishes me to sleep with my mother just because I missed my ulti or didn't want to go in a 3v5 team fight. Around a year ago, some of my friends who never actually played any of these games came over to my place for a beer. I was currently watching a pro match. It was between Fnatic and Cloud9. First they laughed at me, then they were amazed at how many people watched the stream, also how professional is the whole environment. At the end, they joined me and we watched the match together. They asked a lot about the game, so I explained to them what was happening on the screen and told them in advance which team is going to win in my opinion. After my prediction was right, one of my friends asked me how I knew it, explained to me how it works and that sometimes he wins several €100 a month, so I decided to give it a try. Basically, betting on esports happens on the same sites as betting on regular sports, so in order to get started, you have to register at one of them and deposit some money. Don't worry about that too much. I've collected a small list of betting sites with the best promotions, where you can easily get a 50 to 100% welcome bonus on your first deposit, depending on how much money you are starting with. Currently the best offer is at betway.com. They give you £30, it's like €42. If you just want to try it out and don't want to risk your own money at all, some sites are also offering free bets. You can find this list under the video. Currently at most of these betting sites, there are 4 games you can bet on and win real money: CSGO, LoL, Dota 2 and StarCraft 2. As a second wave on some sites, you can bet on Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, World of Tanks and Smite. So if you like these games more, I collected the sites below the video as well who are offering these games. Out of the games on this list, I've never played Smite for example, so my tips at the end of this video might not apply to that game. The betting itself works quite simply. I'm logged into my Betway account now, and I'll show you how it works. After you've selected a game and a specific match you want to bet on, you will see some numbers next to each team like these. These are the so-called odds, which are multiplicators telling you how much money you're going to win if your prediction was right. So, for example, I'm looking at the LoL World Championships right now, and see that Fnatic has an odds of 3.75. This means if I place €10 on them and they win, I would receive €10 times 3.75, 37.50, so a 27.50 profit, aka a few free pizzas for next game. The odds are calculated by the betting sites and normally they reflect the chances of each team, so if the odds are small like 1.1, the betting site thinks that the team probably is going to win. This usually happens when a strong team is facing an obviously weaker one. On the other hand, if you place your bet on the weaker team and you end up being right, you can easily win 5 to 10 times your money. You can place individual bets on each match, and you can also place bets on different events like who is going to be the world champion. You can also bet on multiple events at once on the same so-called betting slip. If you do so, the individual odds of each event will be multiplied by each other, and this way you can easily get a total odds of over 10 or even 50. As you see, I'm placing right now a €10 bet on these outcomes, and this is my expected return. But please note that if you chose this option, you'll only win if all your predictions were right. So in this case, everything must happen according to my predictions, otherwise I lose my bet. But if you want to be good in esports betting, there are a few tips you might want to know. They follow below. Do your homework. This is maybe the most important esports betting strategy. You will always want to do your research before placing your bets. Although going with your hunch when betting your favourite sport may work some of the time, in the long run it will not lead to you winning money betting on sports. Look at stats, find trends, create sports betting systems, analyze past games. Basically do everything you could possibly do to ensure you have value in your pick before you place your wager. Replays, VODs and streams are everywhere on the internet. Learn the strengths and weaknesses of the players and teams. Focus on a team or a specific esport. To make good predictions, you have to know the game, current form of the teams, players and their state of mind you are betting on. Don't bet on everything. Bet only at games you know, you play, those you have an extensive knowledge in. So if you're a Dota 2 player, it's not the best idea to bet on CSGO. Stay at your area of expertise. Only place a wager if you feel 100% comfortable with the bet. Bet sober and don't go on tilt. Although betting while sober seems like common sense, you'd be surprised how many people bet on sports under the influence. Is it a coincidence that the Las Vegas casinos offer free alcoholic drinks while you are gambling? I don't think so. I don't want to sound like your mother here, but betting while under the influence will impair your judgment and should definitely be avoided if you want to become a winning sports bettor. The second part of this sports betting strategy says don't go on tilt. Going on tilt or tilting is a commonly referred to term with poker players and basically means letting your emotions take over, which often leads to bad decisions. If you're angry or upset at something, such as a couple of bad beats with your sports bets, you shouldn't be placing any more bets. Take a break, go for a walk, get your mind clear before you start making any more sports betting picks. Manage your money wisely. When you're betting on sports, you should always set aside a certain amount of money, which we're going to refer to as your bankroll, in which you can afford to lose. Like with any type of gambling, you never want to be betting on sports with money you can't afford to lose. Set aside a certain amount of money that you can use for your bankroll for the week, for the month or a year. A general sports betting strategy for money management is to only make bets with 5% of your bankroll. For example, if your bankroll for the League of Legends World Championship was €100, you would be making €5 bets on each League of Legends game you wanted to bet on. It's also very important that you don't chase your losses with bigger bets. It's common for some sports bettors to be down money and feel in order to win it back, they need to increase the size of their bets. This is putting yourself in the wrong mindset and will often lead to you losing even more money. Hunt for the best odds. A very big step to becoming a winning sports bettor is to make sure you are shopping for the best lines. What this means is that you will have to have an account at a couple of different online esporting betting sites, and when you're ready to make a bet on a certain team or outcome, you check the different websites and find which one is offering the best line for you. For example, if you're planning to bet on Fnatic on a random site with an odds of 1.54 points, and you find another one with 1.72 points, you just got yourself some extra money in the case of a win. Line shopping is definitely one of the best sport betting strategies used by winning sports bettors. To see a list of websites we recommend, check our comments section. If you want to try out esports betting, the registration is free on every betting site if you're above or appear 18 years old. As I mentioned, for your first deposit, you can easily get a 50 to 100% welcome bonus, so you don't really have to deposit a lot of your own money to be able to bet with a nice budget. To make a deposit, you have a lot of options. You can use your credit card, wire transfer, e-wallets like Skrill, PayPal or Neteller, and many more, so feel free to use whatever method you prefer. These are the basics you have to know to start with esports betting. Please like and share this video if you liked it. Also feel free to leave comments if you have questions and I will try to answer them. Believe me, watching these epic matches is fun, but it makes things way more exciting if you place your own money on one of the teams. It doesn't have to be a big amount, a few dollars can make the difference. The best feeling is when the team wins that you jitter for, and you also make some money. I would definitely suggest you check out the links below and get a free account at one of the betting sites.